Hello, I'm Ingrid Estrella, and this is Inside City Sports. Inside City is an interview show where we speak to the newsmakers of San Diego City College. Today we're going to be talking to Sofia Chernyak. She is a cross-country runner for San Diego City College. But first, we're going to give you a sneak peek into the cross-country team at San Diego City. Let's take a look.
The City College women's cross-country team is making history this season. It placed second at the recent Pacific Coast Athletic Conference Championships. It's the highest a Knights team has placed since 1989. But as strong as City is as a team, its individual runners are just as dominant. The conference individual honors includes 3 Knights runners for the second straight year. Those athletes and the rest of the City team are ready to prove themselves in the season's biggest meets. First up is the Southern Conference Regional. That will be followed by the state meet, and the Knights hope to be first across the finish line for both. For CTTV, I'm Michael Tatum.
Sophia, we're really excited to be talking to you today. So you're attending City College through the San Diego Promise Program scholarship. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
So the Promise Program, if you're selected for it, you get 2 years of full tuition paid, which saves a lot of money, and depending on financial need, you also get book expenses, some supplies like calculators, notebooks, and other tools for free as well.
Right, that's really cool. And can you tell us about what your major is and what kind of career you would like to pursue?
So my major currently is psychology, and the career there are 2 careers that I'm deciding between, and one of them is going to be psychiatry and the other is more working for the government like the FBI or the CIA.
Very cool. And so you're officially 17, you're 17 and officially a freshman at City College. Can you tell us what it was like going to San Diego City College High School and then coming to the college campus? Were there many differences?
So I went to East Village Middle College High School when I was 16 years old, and I was automatically partially enrolled through City College while also taking your standard high school classes. And it was really good. I think I had a lot of college experience coming into my freshman year, which prepared me well.
Right. And on City's women's cross-country team, you were one of the younger team members. Could you tell us how you felt coming into a college-level team and how you were able to adjust? Did your team members make you feel comfortable?
Yeah, definitely. Nobody really pays attention to their age gap between me and some girls because I'm the youngest, but then there's also some girls on the team who are mid-20s, early 30s, and there was never like a adjustment period. I felt welcomed right away.
That's really great. So your coach this year is Marco Ansures. What has been the difference between him and other coaches that you have had over the years competing?
So with Marco, he is a great coach. I think he really cares about us. The main differences between him and my high school coaches is that he incorporates more strength training in his curriculum, I guess that's how you say it. And he has us doing strength training almost every day besides workout days so that we stay healthy, because if you don't strength train enough, then injuries are likely to happen.
Right. Right, and you had said that you felt confident that your team can place first or second in the state. Can you tell us about the upcoming meets that you guys are going to do and what you guys have to do in order to make it to state?
So the next week is going to be the regional meet, and we are currently ranked 11th in the region for Southern California. And in the regional meet, the top 14 teams go to state, meaning I'm confident that we will make it to state as the maybe 9th, 10th, 11th team.
Cool. And I know that there are differences between running track and running cross country. Can you tell us what the biggest differences are and why you decided on cross country and not track?
So I didn't actually decide to not do cross country or track. They're different seasons. So track is spring only and cross country is fall only. But I think that the main difference between cross country and track is going to be that cross country is a lot slower because there are so many more hills and the terrain's just not the same as a track.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. So it's been great learning about you and your sport. We're now going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be taking a little more of a look into Sofia and how she prepares for her meets. Stay tuned.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back to Insight City. We're back with our guest Sofia, a freshman runner on the San Diego City cross country team. So, Sofia, obviously a lot goes into cross country and that sort of energy to be prepared in some sort of fashion. What sorts of things do you find yourself doing at home in preparation for your meets?
So I think staying nourished and hydrated is the most important thing for recovery between, our pre-meet runs and then race day, because being underhydrated can lead to a lot of incidents, such as last week I fainted during a race, and it's likely caused by hydration deficiency.
Right, and we will be asking a little bit more about that, but getting ready for big meets, does the team have any pre-rituals prior to your runs?
Yeah, my coach started during the conference meet a handshake that he learned from Steve Prefontaine's friend, who was a great runner as a high school and college athlete at the University of Oregon. So basically it's if we have two hands from two different people, it goes like this, and then a fist bump. And it's kind of like a good luck thing, but it's really important to my coach, and it has become important to our team too.
That's awesome. So kind of going back to with your meet last time, you had experienced a headache before your meet, and then during your run you passed out. Can you tell us about what you remember and what happened after the race?
So I remember about mile 2, I just blacked out, and then I woke up after a few seconds, and my teammates were standing over me asking if I was okay, and then the Mesa College athletic trainer came over and made sure that I was okay neurologically, that my heart was okay, and he cleared me that I'm good to walk and just go get some water. It was likely a dehydration issue.
Okay. And injuries in sports are very common, so the story would definitely serve as a cautionary tale. What advice can you give to other athletes about pre-game preparation concerning physical and mental health in order to avoid injuries in the future?
To avoid injuries, I think the most important thing is strength training. I think if you eat enough, drink enough, then you have to work out enough to, your muscles need to be able to keep up with what you're doing, the amount of load that you're putting on them, which is a lot in the college level of running, basically. So just staying nourished and strength training will help.
Great. And you had mentioned that you would like to join ROTC's leadership class. Can you tell us why you're interested in joining the reserves, and what characteristics do you think being in cross country will help you get there?
So as I mentioned earlier, I have considered working for the FBI in the future, and I think that being in an ROTC class will be good on, a resume, because they really like leadership experience with military specifically. And cross country will help me get physically fit for a test that you have to take to get into the program for college.
Great. And what knowledge can you incorporate from your athletic experience in cross country to your career pursuing psychology, ROTC at the FBI?
So I think that cross country is a very mental sport, even though we may not realize it. I've had my moments where I just told myself that I wasn't strong enough to keep going, even though I was. And it happens to all of us. So sports psychology is something that's super interesting. It comes in a lot of different like forms. It's not just, like I just gave the example of stepping out of a race, maybe not just going for it when you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And could you see yourself ever competing internationally in events like the cross country championships?
I would really like to, but unfortunately I am not at that level yet. Hopefully I will get to that level one day and I can run internationally.
Great. And well, good luck on the future meets to you and your team. Thank you so much for joining us today. That's all we have for tonight on this edition of Inside City. Find it all on sdcitytimes.com, and remember to follow SD City Times on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.